Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this August the 15th, 2024. I'm hoping everybody had a great Thursday out there so far. Everybody had a great Thursday evening. I hope everybody continue to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be talking about Hurricane Ernesto again. We're going to be talking about that for the next several days. Also, we're going to take a look at the forecast for your Friday and Saturday. Also, the current watch and warning advisory map. Also, the Storm Prediction Center outlook for your Friday and Saturday, as we got a marginal risk and a slight risk for a few areas. We'll be talking about that in tonight's video. Also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you have smashed that subscribe button. Also, like these videos, share these videos, and tell your friends, family, neighbors about it. I'm still trying to reach 600 subscribers. Please, somebody out there can help me out, I'd greatly appreciate it. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see here's the satellite imagery of Hurricane Ernesto. You can see it's starting to getting an eye wall already developing in the center of the storm. Also on the left side of the storm, getting a lot of dry air trying to wrap into the system. So the intensification of a Category 3 hurricane, what was expected, is kind of slowly diminishing. Right now, it looks like it may become a Category 1 or maybe a Category 2 hurricane. But we'll continue to more into focus. Alright, let's take a look at the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center. Alright, you can see here is the 8 p.m. advisory. Got a tropical storm force winds in the yellow, hurricane in the orange color behind the X. Remains a hurricane all the way as it passes Bermuda, all the way up into portions of Monday afternoon at 2 p.m. Then it kind of becomes a remnant tropical storm over the north central tropical Atlantic on Tuesday. So that'll be goodbye to Ernesto. Alright, if you're tracking this system at home, it's located near latitude 26.6 north, longitude 68.4 west. Maximum sustained winds are near 90 miles an hour with higher gusts, moving to the north at 13 miles an hour. Classifies as a hurricane with winds of 74 to 110 miles per hour. Alright, let's take a look at the Spaghetti-O models. Alright, you can see here is the current position of the storm. Takes it out well compacted. Takes it up here by Johns Island and then well off into the north central tropical Atlantic. Alright, as you can see, we got about 70 knot winds. They go up to 90 miles per hour. It's a Category 1 hurricane. Some of the model keeps into a Category 2. There's only one that makes it a Category 3. But most of the models had backed off. Looked like the other day it was going to become a Category 3. I was thinking that myself. But right now it looks like it's just a strong Category 2. But it could reach, I'm still expecting it could reach Category 3 status briefly. It still could briefly, but right now I'm going with the National Hurricane Center with just a strong Category 2 hurricane. As you can see here is your Friday forecast. Getting ahead of myself, folks. Alright, we got some thunderstorms and showers up here near Maine, all the way back in the portion of Vermont, New Hampshire, portion of New York State. Again, up here around the Great Lakes from New York State to portion of Alabama, Gulf of Mexico, also down across central South Florida, including the Florida Keys. Here is Hurricane Ernesto. Here is Bermuda, about right there where at the end of my mouse is there. But we also got more showers and storms stretching from Arkansas to Minnesota to Wisconsin, back over toward Nebraska, same over toward Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, and Washington State. A little bit of shower activity over here in portion of Oregon. A little bit of thunderstorm activity over here in portion of Arizona and northern New Mexico. Also, we have some severe weather reports of Kansas and some flash flooding portions of Alabama and the Tennessee and portions of Kentucky. Otherwise, dry high pressure is in charge of the remainder of the forecast area. Alright, now let's take a look at your Saturday forecast. You can see we got thunderstorms and showers from near Vermont to New York State, down to Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana, back to Missouri and Arkansas, up toward Michigan and the Great Lakes. More activity up here in portions of Montana, same time to Wyoming, Utah, and Arizona, northwestern Mexico, and also here in Washington, Oregon State, and northwestern California. Here's Hurricane Ernesto coming up on the island of Bermuda during that time frame. Otherwise, dry high pressure is in charge of the remainder of the forecast period. area. Excuse me. All right, let's move on to the watch and warning advisory map for your location across the nation. All right, you can see we got tropical storm warnings in the Atlantic Ocean. We got air quality alerts up here in Maine and New Hampshire, Vermont, also in portions of the Boston area. Still got a river flood warning for the eastern Carolinas. We also small craft advisory up here from New York, Long Island area, all the way down to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Then again from the Charleston area down toward eastern area of Florida. Also again over from Central California down to Southern California. Also we got a lot of sets of heat watches, warnings and heat advisories for you guys here in portion of Kentucky, down Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, up in Oklahoma, portion of Kansas, and also in portion of Arkansas. We got severe thunderstorm warnings in portion of Oklahoma, Kansas, also in the portion of Missouri, also in the Kentucky, southern Indiana, Iowa, and also northern Missouri, with some ongoing severe thunderstorm warnings there as well. We also have some dip smoke advisory over Montana, red flag warnings over Idaho to Washington State, Oregon State, also in the portion of Nevada, special weather statements there as well. Flood watches in effect for portion of Oregon and Washington State as well. Air quality alert is also in force for Colorado, special weather statements in portion of Wyoming, and a few pockets of heat advisories in New Mexico. Alright, the Hawaiian Chain Island looks good. Got some small craft advisory, gale warnings around the Alaska area. Also has some special weather statement, wind advisory, high wind warnings, also some hydro issues there, and flood watches for portion of Alaska as well. Alright, let's move on to the severe weather. As you can see, we got a marginal risk up here, portion of Detroit, toward Pittsburgh, down to Chattanooga, Jackson, the Little Rock, all the way over here toward portions of eastern areas of Wyoming. There's that slight risk over portions of northern areas of Oklahoma and also portions of Kansas. And elsewhere, general thunderstorms expected in the lighter green areas. Tornado probability less than 2% all areas. Damaging winds, we have 5% in brown, 15 here in the yellow area. And the large hail, the significant area for large hail will be pretty much over Kansas, and 15% risk area there as well. And the brown area is only 5% for large hail in that area. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook for day number 3, which is your Saturday forecast. We have general thunderstorm from up here in Maine to the Carolinas, back down to New Orleans, also toward Houston, back toward Tucson, Phoenix, Flagstaff, Cedar Creek, Salt Lake City, up toward Glasgow, also Seattle. We have a marginal rift over here near Portland, down toward Medford area of Oregon. Then again from over here to Jackson, to Columbia, all the way up towards Rochester and Buffalo area for severe weather. That's only about 5%. Would not be surprised to see maybe a slight risk added over here in portions of the 5% risk area where the marginal risk. They may add a slight risk in some pockets there of that region. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like these videos, share these videos, and make sure you subscribe if you have not subscribed already. Also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Also like these videos, share these videos, and we'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday evening, folks. Take care.